What's up, everybody? Tom Pelissero here across the street from Winter Park. Shortly after the first round of the NFL draft, the Vikings selecting Florida State quarterback Christian Ponder, a pick that may have surprised some people on the surface simply because, and I was among these people, that thought that if Jake Locker were off the board, if Blaine Gabbert were off the board, the Vikings most likely would trade down. What they got stuck in was a situation where the phone was not ringing. They did not have a potential trade partner, and that's part of the thing with saying that your theory is they'll trade down. You need another team. They were worried about Washington sitting there at 16. They didn't want to go back more than 3 picks. In the end, Rick Spielman said that nobody called, and they weren't going to go back very far anyway. Here's the thing I would say in favor of Ponder. Every time I talked to scouts around the NFL, his name kept coming up as the guy that everybody liked. They weren't entirely certain. He doesn't have the exceptional athleticism of a Cam Newton. He doesn't have the height of a Blaine Gabbert. He doesn't have the overall athleticism and the arm of a Jake Locker. He may not create as much on his own. He's not a glamorous pick, but he's a gritty, hard-nosed football player, a tough guy, a leader, somebody who kind of has the overall package that people look for. Now, if you had asked me 1 month ago, do I think there's any chance Christian Ponder is a first-round quarterback, much less the number 12 overall pick in the draft, I would have said no. But really, if you look at the Vikings' overall needs, they were not going to get a major impact from drafting a cornerback. They were not going to get a major impact from drafting a defensive lineman. They were not going to get a major immediate impact from drafting a left tackle. All those things are important. All the players they could have gotten, whether it's Prince Amukamara, whether it's one of the many defensive linemen, whether it's drafting an Anthony Costanzo to be your left tackle of the future, those guys are not going to change the fortunes of the organization. Now, on the other hand, there are some limitations to Ponder. He did have 3 arm surgeries last year. You wonder about the durability. You also wonder about his touch on the deep ball. So you're taking a risk by making that guy the face of your franchise and giving up your most valuable commodity, drafting him 12th overall. The Vikings were willing to take that risk. I asked Rick Spielman, was he one of the top 12 players on your board, and Spielman said once you take off the players who would be not drafted for medical or character purposes, yes, he was one of those top 12. Time will tell how this pick ends up playing out, but you look at Ponder, the one other thing that scouts keep saying is his intelligence is there. He's a borderline genius in football terms, a guy who can pick things up quickly, and you wonder if the Vikings now, by getting that guy, have designs on starting him from day one.